Welcome, friends. Today we'll see what an investor can do or what investors are supposed to do. Some due diligence before selecting any stock and investing. Some of the things which need to be taken care before investing in any stock. Up to now, we have learned how to read annual report, profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow, and of course, financial ratios like profitability ratios, leverage ratios, valuation, operating ratios. So we have sound knowledge of fundamental analysis. Based on those knowledge, we can make one checklist and investigate, examine particular stock, whether it is investable or not, whether the stock is investment grade or investment worthy. So we will see what we can do, will be the parameters to check any stock. We'll try to prepare one checklist. Of course, different people have different liking. In my view, leverage is of much importance. We must take care of leverage. If company is more leveraged, we should acquire. But some people say, no, no, no. It does not matter until unless company is making profit. If company is generating profit, whether with leverage or without leverage, does not matter to them. Some people take utmost care of corporate governance, but for others it will not be of that much importance. So of course, this will depend person to person. Before going detail into that, let us first how to select any stock. Only then we can put those checklist to grade it, whether it is investment grade or no. So first, in my view, we should be more observant. We should have observation, some general observation, and definitely able to see lots of company or stock which can be invested. In day-to-day life, all of you doing some renovation, painting works at our house. Maybe your neighbors, friends, so many people doing. And you will check which company paint is they are applying. You will able to come to Asian Paints also. They are leaders in that section. If you are doing some renovation work, some wooden work, definitely your carpenters asking for some adhesives. Which company adhesives or Fevicol now in this? Which company you are using? Of course, Pidilite name will come. If you are driving a car or if you are going on the road, you will see so many cars, different company, but which car you see the most? If you are a working professional, if you need to change which job website you are searching, like InfoEdge or Naukri.com. So if you are observant, you will see lots of company in your day-to-day life which you come across. Just make list of those companies and try to find leaders and see whether these company product are selling like a hot cake. If that is the thing, of course, it can be a investable. So you will have a list of stocks. Then a stock screener. This is also a good thing. On a stock screener, you will put some criteria, some data, as we have learned so far. And based on those data, a screener will give you some list of stocks. And from there, you will put some more checklist and sort out some companies where you can invest. So a stock screener will give you more data. Now you will see macro trends. What are the macro trends which are going on or in a hot pursuit? Like today, you will see there are a lot of emphasis on infrastructure building, road construction, so many development going on. So there is macro trend of this in border areas, lot of infrastructure happening. So in this macro trend, you will see cement, usage of cement all over. You can have cement company in your stock, in your investable grade. You must find. You can see now lot of PLI. Government is announcing so many PLI in chemical sector, so many sectors. And you can see some stocks which are getting benefit or some company they are benefiting out of those PLIs announced by Government of India. There you can have your stock. Now from this comes a sectoral trends. Company specific get data you can get from Government of India push like renewable energy. From renewable energy, you will see government is pushing for solar energy, and there are very few companies in solar sector, and you can get those sectors like solar energy companies, which company they are there and which are benefiting more, which are growing more. So you can get sectoral trends, and from there you will get some stocks name, some companies name. Now, Government of India again in renewable energy going for hydrogen, liquefied hydrogen. There are some companies which are working for this one. So from there we can get some sectoral trend, and of course we will get some stock, investable stock, and we can go ahead. Then a special situation. There might be some a special situation where you will get some stock idea like InfoEdge or Naukri.com. Whenever you are searching for something, you will get such situation or Government of India giving some particular incentive or something so that some special situation arises. Now Government of India giving so much emphasis for startups, maybe in particular sector or particular situation, they are giving something extra. So you can see situation coming, like fertilizer government is also again pushing for that. You can see some special situation arises, and out of that situation, some company might be getting benefit, and you can also ride on that company. Another thing coming, circle of competence. Everybody working in some profession or something they are doing. So they will have their core competence. Some people are engineers. So in engineering field related to their jobs, you can see so many company. You will find some doctor and they have their own circle of competence. Some accountancy people or chartered accountant, they have their own. So every people have their own circle of competence and they try to find within their circle of competence. Definitely you will have so many companies in your circle of competence and you can invest there. You might get some merger demerger of a company. If company getting demerged, there is chances of huge benefit and you can invest there. So it is also a good situation where one can invest and get benefit out of merger and demerger of company. Yes, you will find interesting and trigger stock, maybe from your friend, from colleague, or whenever you are traveling, you will come across some trigger stocks. Just note down and do research. Maybe that time not looking attractive, and but keep in your watch list. Maybe in future you will get that attractive and you can invest. So it is wonderful thing. And of course, last one is moat. You will find some companies which have so much strong moat that there is no company nearby and this moat cannot be broken. For example, you can see IRCTC. They are leader, not only leader, they are alone, unique, customized service they are giving, and there is no one to compete. So one can choose IRCTC or some companies of like that. Like this adhesive, you will see Pidilite leader in their sector. So you can see the mode and based on that, you can decide. Now you get fair amount of idea how you can have a stock idea and you can have your watch list, big watch list, and based on that watch list, you will have maybe 50, 100 stocks. And on those stocks, we have to have some checklist. And based on that checklist, ultimately we will able to find 10 to 20 stocks and then you can invest it there. So what can be your checklist? Of course, you must see, as we have seen earlier, we have discussed earlier so far, revenue growth or sales growth, you, whether sales growth is good in uptrend or no. So it is very important to see revenue growth. Second thing, gross profit margin is consistent or maybe increasing. That is good. So second checklist we can have gross profit margin. Third thing we can see EPS, earning per share, whether this is consistent or maybe in uptrend. It is good. Fourth checklist we can have debt level or leverages. Under this debt we can see interest coverage ratio, debt to equity ratio. So we can check these two, three things or four things for leverage ratio. If it is in favor, okay, we can go ahead. Fifth thing, you can see inventory level. Whether is inventory level is consistent or increasing in sync with revenue growth, gross profit margin, then it is good. If it is not in sync with gross revenue or gross profit, then it is not good. Then it will be a red flag. So you must check inventory also. Sixth thing is Sales versus receivables. If sales is increasing and in sync receivables also increasing, okay. But if it is not aligned, then it is red flag. If sales increasing, receivable not increasing, it will okay. But sales not increasing or maybe increasing maybe 5%, but receivable increasing 10%, then it is a red flag. So we must have this checklist also. Seventh checklist can be cash flow. This is very important, especially from operations, and it must be in positive. If it is in positive, good cash flow, in sync with revenue growth, gross profit margin, then of course it is good investable grade. Otherwise, no. Eighth thing we can say return on equity, whether it is sound, consistent, or maybe in uptrend or no. Ninth, we can see business diversity. If business have so much diversity, we must avoid. Business should deal in some limited core areas of their competence and generating revenue. If it is in diverse field, too much diverse field, then problem. So we must see business diversity. Tenth thing, subsidiary. If company having so many subsidiaries and there is inter-party related transactions, then it is again a red flag. Of course, the last thing we can see corporate governance, how the corporate governance is, whether there are so many inter-party transactions, whether independent directors are there, where they are working, how company is behaving, their retail shareholders, whether the directors are drawing or top management is drawing salary in sync with profit and gross revenue, or they are drawing more than 5% of profit. So we have to see all this 10, 11 checklist. And if we find it is okay, most of the criteria is meeting our requirement or all of the criteria meeting our requirement, then only we should find out 15 to 20 stock and we can invest and have a close watch. Thank you. Bye.